Hey, welcome everyone. It's Enrico Janko. I'm the Signal, powered by the mighty Team Alliance. And let's continue on our lesson. What's this? Lesson 4 on our Wicks and winners. Alright? Alright. Yesterday we left off on slide 10. Let's go to slide 9 real quick. On the slide 9 we saw that the bulls came back with a little upsurge, right? They came back with a surge right here, and we noticed that it barely got over the candle body, the highest candle body, right? I don't even think that's a new high. I can't really tell, but it might have touched a little new high, but it's not really a high. It's actually just even, right? So it had a hard time just getting even. It took two legs, just to get even, all right, with this one not even strong, actually, bear movement. All right, that's where we left off. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. All right, slide 10. We came into where the bears actually started to try to move the market also. We got a little wick on top showing the rejection of this price level and the bears moving the market. They couldn't move it further down, but buyers couldn't move the price upwards either. So what we have a stall in action pretty much, right? So it's kind of balanced. Both sides. Remember, the squeeze was on, up, down, up, down. It was kind of squeezing down a little bit more, right? And up a little bit. And now they kind of met in the middle, and both has the same amount of force behind the move a little bit at this price level. And this price level is about what? Maybe 74, maybe. All right? So, next candle. Look what we have here. We have that same balance in the market where prices are just sitting there at that price level. Same price level, right? Same price level. But look at the volatility that was in the market at that price level. Look at the range of volatility. It went from the bottom of the range all the way to the top of the range, right? The whole thing almost. And rejected both sides and just landed in the middle, right? Pretty much a wash, really. Anyone doing anything in this candle, they're still at the same point they were in when the candle started, really, thinking about what's going to happen next. Because at this point, you can't really tell what's going to happen next because there's a balance in the market. The fact that there's a balance in the market means that the market itself is in this undecided. All right? Let's move on. Let's move on. Same difference, smaller, more body though. Wicks on both sides though, right? Representing rejection on both sides of prices. And price moved slowly somewhat. Moved a little bit on the sell side, right? Bears won out. Price closed lower than it did higher. And the price didn't really do too much movement in that. But what we notice is price didn't go as high as it did the last time. Definitely not this time. On this bar. But we're not even looking at this bar. We're just looking at the bars before it. Price didn't make it up again. So price so far hasn't made any ground on the buyer side at all. Right? If you want to look at just strength and dominance in the market, you'll recognize that even though the market hasn't gone too far, that most of the pressure is coming from the bears, right? The bulls are, they're lingering in the market, but they're not the aggressor. The bears are much more aggressive, right? Every bull bar here seems to struggle, right? Seems to struggle. So these are things that you should definitely be looking at. And when I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay. What are traders thinking now? What are a lot of traders thinking? So they're seeing this. They see the contrarians. They already see the weakness in the market. So they're just waiting, right? You see the weakness appear. So they're just waiting to see when the market's going to prove to itself that what I assume weakness, when is it going to prove it? That's what I wait for. Prove the weakness first before you pull the trigger on the trade. Let the market prove its weakness. More weakness in the market. See, more weakness. Still a little underlying bull pressure, right? We still got buyers in there. Still got buyers. As noticeable wick on here again, right? Noticeable wick. Noticeable wick. Right? But mass market psychology, if you're seeing this right here, you're probably not thinking about buying anything. You'll be skeptical about buying, right? So again, the market only could muster enough strength to get to the bottom of the candle. Its high is at the bottom of the last candle, right? Still buyers in the market, but they're buying at a lower price now, all right? Which means prices are lower. So all we're looking now, we're watching, because we see this obvious situation where there's so much selling pressure that we're just waiting for it to prove it. So while this is going on, you're kind of processing all of it, right? But you're not making actions. You're just processing, right? Let's see what's the next. Let's go on, because I don't even know what's coming up next, so it's interesting to me. Here comes some buyers in the market. Wow, I didn't even recognize that. Buyers come in the market. Boom! See that? Big strong move. Big strong move. I like to see that. I like to see that. Why I want to see that? Man, cause if they come out there that big strong move like that, that should give buyers that should bring people off the couch, right? If it's the real deal, right? It should move the market if it's the real deal. I noticed that it didn't get all the way up to this undecidedness, right? This candle, this big cross. So I watch all that. Watch all that. Let me see. Oops. All right. And this candle, this is a big, strong candle right here, right? This is a power buy candle as in comparison to what's going on. Powerful candle, right? And as in only in comparison. It's much bigger than everything that's been going on. One thing you remember, the market doesn't just like to move and give up space, especially like this. This is not like one of those fast movement, crazy markets, really. This is rather docile. So I like this move, and if this doesn't bring people off the couch, and let's just see what goes on. Look at this. Look what's going on though. See how we're getting less wicks? Getting less wicks now, right? Yeah, more wicks. Now we're getting less. Now, when you see that, when you get in these areas like that, there was a lot of wicks. Now you're seeing less wicks. I'm looking for decisiveness to start arriving into the market. Some decisive movement. The proof I was talking about. Look at that. The sellers came in here and automatically just hopped in there and said, oh, you hit this number, 76 maybe, 70, yeah, probably 76. Oh, you hit that? That's it. We're taking you back down. And they took the market back down about halfway, almost, just that quick. I'm sorry, excuse me. Look at that. This is what I like to see too. An answer. Get, you know, they throw a shot at you, you throw a shot back, right? We get an answer. We still, but look at our answer though. Look what happened with our answer. Our answer got wicks, spider legs on the top. Meaning that those buyers, they tried it again. We going for it now. They tried it, and it was still sellers in that market saying that it's not. Look, bro, not today. Not today, sis. Standing over there. So this signifies a lot of weakness in the market to me. It's getting real weak. I'm looking for a sell already. Like while I'm watching it, I'm just looking for a sell. So I might miss a buy, period. If we're talking about binary options, I'm pretty much talking about binary options right now on the 5-minute level. If I was watching all this right now, I would miss a buy because I'm not looking for it. And I'll be looking at the sells. And I'll be waiting to time my sell with the pricing. I'll be waiting to do that, timing it all up. All right. Boom. You see, next slide shows you more selling going on. Sellers turned it all the way around. You know, so it kind of like market went up, kind of had to chill in this little area, and then the next candlestick, here come those bids again. So, oh my goodness, yeah, excuse me again. It's just like where I'm at. So it's kind of like I'm definitely looking at this selling that's going on, and I'm in on that. Definitely, because I know something's going to line up. I know the timing is going to be right. And even if I'm like, trading Forex, I'm looking at this. I probably get at least 4 or 5 pips, and I don't go for big pips. And if I'm just talking about Forex, I go for 5, 10 pips, some very small, reasonable that I know I could, I could get to. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to make all these. That's not how I trade, period. All my trading is going to be high probability. Just very high probability trades. Because I train people also, and no one, that is very rarely you find a person with the discipline just to, lose to win. And what I mean by that is kind of like in Forex, you kind of could lose 10 trades and 2 trades, you make all your money in your profit. Most people can't do that. So with the binary options, it really gave people another way to look up in perspective of the market to make money. But anyway, I'm going on to just a little too long. If you notice, this candle got down to the halfway mark of this larger candle. That's of interest because the more the bears start to really dig down, the more pressure on these buyers here. Just imagine the buyers right here. And this is where I could actually start off at, because this is kind of what is going to probably initiate me to hop in the trade. The fact that on that particular candle, there's buyers in the market and they're trapped in the market. So once the market closes below them, they're trying to get out. They're trying to get out because it's, it's high volatility area, so they're trying to get out. So that's going to make the market sell off even more, right? And we'll have the same situation with this larger candle, but even more so, because there's people that was in this candle right here and bought. Definitely, right? They're buyers. And all this that happened, it's not really messing with their mental, right? And let me show you real quick. Let's see if I can do it so it looks right. No, I can't even do it. I can't do it. I was actually trying to, maybe I'll do it like this. Alright. Hopefully my picture is covering. So if you looked at the chart, you would have something somewhat like this where someone was buying, right? They bought right there. And then you have these 3 candles afterwards. They're not really that, they're all right. But this one right here, they got to get out. They got to get out because they're scared. So that would make me, I don't know what the price is right now for this. This is like 75. So this is probably like 74, which I even like better. I like that, especially with binary options, because that number is between a strike. So it gives me leeway, to kind of mess with a couple of things. All right, so, man, I'm looking to get in. I'm looking to get in. More weakness. Oh, you see? More weakness in the market. It's some buyers there, as you can see, some buyers there, but, it's showing more weakness, and the market is definitely moving down. It even went lower than this candle. So these people right here under pressure, right? They just under pressure. So I'm in the next one. I'm in the next candle, right? Like if I was doing like some, Forex, I'm in here and my stop is like right up here somewhere. So my stop be like maybe 5 pips away. Something like that. You see what I'm saying? Something really close. 5 pips. Not 30 or 40, 50 pips away. It's 5 pips. So let's go. Let's hit it a little further. If we're talking about it like that, now this is weak. I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm in there. Look at that. I got more weakness. I'm seeing more weakness. There's still some buyers, but we down there low, and I'm telling you, these people right here, they're under immense amount of pressure right now. Maybe not all of them came out yet. You know when they're coming out, right? You know when they're gonna come out. They're gonna come, and when I say come out, they're gonna have to come out of the trade they're in when they bought, because the market's going down and it's going down and they under pressure. Just telling you. And then you're going to probably hit their stop soon, because they're probably right around down here somewhere if they stop. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have to get out once the stops are hit. So I'm looking at even more evidence. I'm looking at more selling. More selling. You see right here, just more selling going on. All right? There's just more evidence of that. Just more evidence of that. Here we go. Boom. This scares everyone. Even scares me right now because I'm talking about more selling going on. And this comes up. So, boom. What I see here, another quick surge. But again, you know, I say, you know, fool me, but it didn't fool me but so much because I still got sellers putting, you know, just jumping down on them. Jumping down on them when they come near that 75 line anyway, right? And now 70 back to 74 anyway. So I'm really still not pressured. I'm still in my trade, right? Everything is everything for me. Like I said, my stop is all the way up is up here somewhere, about 5 pips away if I was in, you know, in Forex. And even if and you know what? Tell you the truth, even if I was close and I got hit, remember my stop is really close. So if it got hit, I'd just be back in it again because it's such a strong position to be in. You know, it's a strong position, so I like it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't even get to make this one bigger. Hold on 1 second. Anyway, I'm gonna hold it right here, and we'll end up doing this last one tomorrow because we could talk about it because you can't even see it all. So now it's like a thumbnail, a little snippet for you. Look at that nice drop though, right? We in there. See that? We in that drop. And if I'm doing binary options, that probably didn't just drop just down like that. You know, it was moving down. So there's a good chance that bingo, winner chicken dinner in there. You know? And even if that one particularly I didn't get into because the market might have just been just a little too fast or I just wasn't confident at that moment. You know, and once again, this is about binary options. I know I go back and forth, but our objective is to show you trading, you know, based on the behaviors of the market, and Forex is the market. I talk about the binary options as far as the timing and what's the best way to get your trade off on the binary option platform. You see what I'm saying? So, if the timing was just all correct, I love that trade right there. And if I don't get that trade, just that scenario that we go through as far as, you know, the Wicks and how, you know, it wouldn't go past a certain point and everything that we discussed in the slides before are always going to happen in the market at some point. They're always happening in the market. Like, so it's just, or you have to just be disciplined enough to sit and wait for it to all, you know, come together. You can't force it to come together. All right? All right, I'm out of here with my thumbnail right there. But what you should do is leave any questions, comments, and concerns in that comment box. Share the video, and I suggest you share it because there's a lot of trash that goes around on the internet, and someone losing their money behind that. So instead of that occurring, you could kind of, you know, here, check this out right here. You got some good information for you. All right? My name is Enrico Janko, though. I am the Signal. We're powered by the mighty, mighty, mighty Team Alliance.